Moving on and finishing the Yokai Monsters set with 2005 Takashi Miike's The Great Yokai War, which strangely is a 12 movie. Considering the other ones seemed much lighter than this, it was a bit of a weird rating to give it. The Great Yokai War, where do I start? Let me try and boil this down if I can. So, these spirits can only be seen by children because it's childlike wonder that can help see them, and there is the epitome of everything that has been rejected and discarded by humans that's pent up into this bad guy who is taking yokai monsters and distorting them into giant metallic robots with chainsaw arms to kill more people, as he wants to kill all the yokais and maybe take over the afterlife. Even I don't know, watching this thing, it was a bit of a mess of a movie. It's a bit of a strange one tonally as well, but you'd expect that with Miike trying to do a kids movie. So we get a young boy as the kind of heart of this, one that's moved from the city. His family life is broken down. He's been set up with his grandfather. There's local legends of a Kirin rider, and he is chosen as that at a festival, the kind of person that's going to help save the world.
You're the Kirin rider.
What?
You see, we were just testing you.
What he doesn't realise is this was a choice that was made by one of the yokai monsters. This is someone they need to help them stop the bad guy in this one. And he is then on an adventure, much like, say, Never Ending Story. That kind of idea. It feels like that kind of children's adventure movie that has moments of real terror and shocking violence. It has a lot of ladies' legs on show for a children's movie, probably to keep the dads happy, forced to watch this one. A little bit violent, and has some weird comedic moments that just don't land. And it has that Miike effect of having a strong opening, a strong finish, and an overlong, dragging middle, which seems as if it's never going anywhere. This movie is also punctuated by some of the worst CGI I think I've ever seen. I don't even... I think it's worse than some of Robert Rodriguez's stuff. It just has not aged well and looks horrendous. A lot of the makeup on the characters is practical for the most part, and we get to see some characters that we've seen before in the sort of old yokai movies from the 68-69 period. And it's kind of nice to see them updated, different kind of makeup, but it just doesn't have that same whimsy, that same sense of atmosphere. It feels almost overbearing at times with the way it's trying to hammer home its message, its story, with the use of dodgy CG, and it loses that natural charm and the effect of atmosphere that was there within the original Yokai Monsters. It's a weird oddity that doesn't really belong in this set, but at the same time it's nice that it's included, but I know I'm never going to watch The Great Yokai War again. It just is lacking in everything that made the Yokai Monsters movies so fun and engaging. I was a lot disappointed with this one. It was a struggle to sit down and watch. You know, like I said, strong opening, strong finale, strong actors doing some fun moments, some really strange moments as well. In the final third of the movie, there is quite an obvious beer sponsor that turns up.
That's good.
And is it's just so funny because Because one of the guys has been looking for yokai monsters, the only way that he can see them is by getting drunk. So he's constantly drinking these beers and going, ah, wonderful. And then you can see the yokai monsters. Really just hammering home that alcoholism thematic of the movie that we know we wanted to hear more about.
Oh, good.
The Great Yokai War is a mess of a movie. It doesn't completely work. It has some really terrible CG. It is a curious oddity, if anything, but one that I don't want to see any more about. I know there's lots of like shorts and continuations of the main character story on the disc, and to be honest, I don't even know if I want to subject myself to those. I was that kind of put off by this one. As always, I would love to know your thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comment box below whether you enjoyed this or whether you didn't, or whether you feel it's typical Miike. And as always, there's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. And if you just want to spend a quick second and click that like button if you think I deserve it. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can support me on Patreon or the membership programme for as little as 99p a month. And it is so helpful to the running of my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.